22nd February 2022. Morning Murli. Shanti. BapDada. Madhupan. Sweet children, you are the true Vyas who relate the true Gita and give happiness to everyone. You have to study well and also teach others and give them happiness. Question: what is the highest destination for which you are making effort to reach? Answer: to consider yourselves to be bodiless and conquer body consciousness is the highest destination, because body consciousness is the greatest enemy. You have to make such effort that you don't remember anyone except the Father. You have to shed your body and go to Father. You should not even remember your body. This is the effort you have to make. Song: take us away from this world of sin to a world of rest and comfort. Shanti. You living beings, you children, understand in your hearts where Baba is now taking you. He will definitely take us back from where we came. Then he will send us into the world of pure, charitable souls, to the land of living beings. There are the words elevated and degraded, and so this would definitely apply to living beings. Only when you are in a body can you experience happiness and sorrow. You children, understand that Baba has now come. Baba's name is always Shiv and our name is Saligram. Even the Saligrams are worshipped in Shiv temples. Baba has explained that one sacrificial fire is of the knowledge of Rudra and the other is a sacrificial fire of Rudra. People especially invite Brahmin priests from Benares to conduct the ceremony of a sacrificial fire of Rudra. In Benares, there are many temples to Shiv. They call it Shiv Kashi, but it was originally called Kashi, and then the English people called it Benares. The name Varanasi has only recently been given. On the path of devotion, they do not have knowledge of souls or the Supreme Soul. They worship them separately. They create a large lingam and many small saligrams. You know that we souls are called saligrams and that our Baba is called Shiv. They make all the saligrams one size, and so there definitely is a relationship between the Father and the children. Souls remember, oh Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. We are not the Supreme Soul, but He is our Baba. You have been given directions to explain these things to others. Day by day, you receive directions. You must first of all give others the Father's introduction and enable them to claim their inheritance. First of all, you have to explain and prove that He is the incorporeal Father, that Prajapita Brahma is the corporeal Father, and that you receive the inheritance from the incorporeal Father. The Father now explains, Shiv is my only name. I do not have any other name. All other souls have many names for their bodies. I do not have a body. I am the Supreme Soul. Baba asks, children, who is your greatest enemy? Those who are clever and sensible would say that body consciousness is the greatest enemy through which feelings of lust arise. There is a lot of difficulty in conquering body consciousness. There is effort in becoming soul conscious. For birth after birth, you have been interacting on the basis of your bodies. Now you know that souls are imperishable and bodies function on the basis of this. Those who are religious minded teach us that we are souls and not bodies. The name soul is always one, but the names of the bodies change. A soul sheds a body and takes another. The Father tells us you have to go to the world of pure, charitable souls. This is the world of sinful souls. It is Ravan who makes you corrupt. There cannot be any human being with 10 heads. However, no one understands this aspect. Everyone takes part in the play of the divine activities of Ram. Not all of them even have the same opinion. Some consider all of these things to be imagination. However, they do not know that corruption is referred to as Ravan. To abduct someone else's wife is corruption. At present, all are corrupt because they indulge in vice. Those who do not indulge in vice are called viceless. That is the kingdom of Ram, whereas this is the kingdom of Ravan. The kingdom of Ram used to exist in Bharat. Bharat is the most ancient of all. The first flag hosted in the world is that of the Sun dynasty deity religion. At that time, even those of the Moon dynasty do not exist. This is now the Sun dynasty flag of you children. You now know your destination, but then you forget it. Students in a school can never forget their aim and objective. Students never forget their teacher or their studies, but you forget both of them here. This is such an elevated study. You claim your fortune of the kingdom for 21 births. Therefore, you should study daily very well in such a school. If you fail the cycle, you would fail every cycle and then you would never pass. Therefore, you should make so much effort. You have to follow Srimad. Srimad says, imbibe very well and also inspire others to do so. If you do not follow God's directions, you will not claim an elevated status. Ask your heart, am I following Srimad? You must not consider yourselves to be too clever. Ask yourselves, do I follow Srimad in the same way as Brahma and Saraswati? Am I studying and teaching others? You are the Vyas who relate the true Gita, not the Vyas who wrote the Gita. At present, you are Vyas, children of Sukadev, means God of happiness, and you give happiness to others. Sukadev, Shivbaba, is the God of the Gita. You are his children. Vyas, the ones who relate the true story. This is a school, and you can tell each child's number from the way each one studies. That is revealed, whereas this is incognito. Here, you can use your intellect to know how worthy you are. Baba receives evidence from the way you teach others. Children write, Baba, so and so shot me with such an arrow that I became yours. Some cannot say this even when they come in front of Baba. Some daughters experience being beaten because of purity. Some became Baba's children and then leave Baba because they do not study well. Otherwise, the father teaches clearly. Children, simply remember me and study. You will become rulers of the globe through this knowledge. You can write on a board outside. You can receive liberation in life in a second, like King Janak for 21 births. You can become the masters of the world of heaven in a second. Only the deities would be the masters of the world. That too would be the new world, new Bharat. Bharat that was new has now become old. No land other than Bharat can be called new. If you call something new, you also have to say it is old. We go to the land of Bharat, which is completely new. Only Bharat becomes 16 celestial degrees full. No other land becomes as full as the full moon. They begin after half the cycle. These are such deep secrets. Only our Bharat is called the land of truth. After the truth, there is then falsehood. At first, Bharat was like the full moon and then darkness came. The first flag is that of heaven. People sing that there used to be parallels. We can explain all of this very clearly because we have experienced it all. How we rule in the golden and silver ages and what then happened in copper and iron ages. When all of this enters your intellect, you will experience so much happiness. The golden age is called light and the iron age is called darkness. This is why it is said that when the Sadguru gives the ointment of knowledge, the darkness of ignorance is dispelled. Look how Baba came and awakened fallen ones and the innocent mothers. Hardly any wealthy people are able to become alert. At present, Baba truly is the Lord of the poor. It is only the poor, not the wealthy, who are able to become the masters of heaven. There is an incognito reason for this. Here you have to sacrifice yourselves. The poor do not take long to sacrifice themselves, and this is why there is the example of Sudama. You have now become enlightened, but you are also number wise. The light of everyone else has been extinguished. Such imperishable parts are recorded in such tiny souls. It is a wonder. This is not the power of science. You now receive power from Baba. This truly is the imperishable cycle that continues to turn. It has no beginning or end. Anyone new who hears this would end up in a spin. Here too, some who have been coming for 10 to 20 years are not able to understand to explain to others. At the end, you will know everything about how so and so will take birth to so and what will happen, etc. Those who are Mahavirs, means brave warriors, will later on have visions of everything. At the end, you will see the trees of the golden age to be very close. There is the rosary of Mahavirs. First, there is the rosary of 8 Mahavirs and then that of 108. At the end, you will have many first-class visions. It is remembered that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, enabled the arrow to be shot. They have made up many stories in the play. In fact, it is not a question of a physical arrow. What would mothers and Kumaris know about a bow and arrow? It is, in fact, the arrow of knowledge, and it is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, who gives them the knowledge. These are such wonderful things. However, children, you repeatedly forget the one main thing. The most severe mistake you make is that you become body conscious and do not have the faith that you are souls. No one tells the truth. Throughout the day, hardly anyone can stay in true remembrance for half an hour or an hour. Some cannot even understand what yoga is. The destination is very high. You have to consider yourselves to be bodiless. Make such much effort as possible so that at the end you do not remember anyone. Some very good knowledgeable souls who have knowledge of the Brahma element, the element of light, think while sitting on their seats that they will merge into that element. They have no awareness of their bodies. At the time they shed their bodies, there is dead silence all round. People then understand that a great soul has left his body. When you children stay in remembrance, you will spread so much peace. Only those who belong to your clan will experience this. All the rest are going to die like a swarm of mosquitoes. At that time, you will have developed the practice of being bodiless. You practice this here at this time. There, in the golden age, souls shed their bodies and take others. Here, you know, you have to shed your bodies and go to Baba. However, you mustn't remember anyone at the end. If you do not even remember your body, what else remains? It is this that takes effort. Continue to make effort and you will pass at the end. You can recognize those who make effort. They continue to reveal themselves. The mothers in bondage write such letters which those who are free would never write. They never even have the time. Those in bondage understand that shivbaba has taken the loan of these hands and they will receive a letter from shivbaba. Only after 5000 years will they receive such a letter from Baba. So they think, why should I not write a letter to Baba daily? They write it with their kajal stick, means eye makeup. They have such thoughts and write Baba, I am the same Gopika as in the previous cycle. I will definitely come to meet you and claim my inheritance. If she has the power of yoga, she will free herself from bondage. In that case, she mustn't have attachment to anyone. You must explain with cleverness and save yourself. She tries very hard to fulfill her responsibilities to both sides. Mothers feel they should take their husbands with them, as though it is their duty to explain to them. Purity is very good. Baba himself says lust is the greatest enemy. You must conquer it. Remember me, and I will make you into the masters of heaven. There are many such daughters who bring their husbands with them. Those in bondage also have parts. There is assault on weak and innocent ones. It is also mentioned in the scriptures that there are those who are lustful and angry. It is not a new thing. You receive the inheritance for 21 births. So you too have to tolerate a little. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, BapDada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Essence for the dharana. First point, cut away all your bondages with the power of yoga and become free. You mustn't have any attachment to anyone. Second point, follow fully all the directions you receive from God. Study well and also teach others. Do not consider yourselves to be too clever. Blessing. May you be an embodiment of awareness and power and make your life as easy yogi and with the Father's sustenance of love. Explanation. Souls of the whole world call God Father, but they do not become worthy of the sustenance or the study. Only at this time, after the whole cycle, do a few souls become worthy of this fortune. The practical form of the sustenance is an easy yogi life. The father cannot bear to see anything difficult for the children. It is the children themselves who make it difficult by thinking about it. Let the sanskars of being an embodiment of remembrance emerge and you will receive power. Slogan. In order to experience the carefree stage constantly, have thoughts of the soul and of God. Om Shanti